Good morning, I'm Sammy Grammy, and I'm here to tell you how I lost 40 pounds without trying. And, I just am finding it really easy, and I don't have to struggle. I guess I'm kind of lucky because I like fruits and vegetables, but so that works for me, but I'll tell you how it happened. As an example, at the beginning, my daughter had a problem with her pregnancy, and it was a high sugar, and so she had to go on a diet, and the diet she chose was keto. And the keto was great. She did it for quite a while. She lost a lot of weight. She's not real heavy anyhow, so she didn't really need to, but she has gotten down to something like a size 4. And she did lose quite a bit of weight, but she didn't feel well. And she was having trouble with arthritis. She did go to the doctor and so forth, and didn't really find like anything was helping her. So she decided to change diet again, and she's still kind of doing keto, but in a different way. So what she's doing is she's doing smoothies every morning for her breakfast, and making about 4 and drinking them throughout the day. I have been following along with her diet. At first, I wanted to lose weight and feel better, so I wanted to try the keto, but I did try and I didn't lose weight, and I felt like it was bad for my cholesterol and my blood pressure. So I'm not, I didn't do keto. And then I followed along with her and tried her new diet, and I'm really, really happy with it. So that's why I'm here to tell you. Because it's pretty easy. It's just, as an example, this morning I made my smoothie. There was more in here. Here it is. And I just use an inexpensive blender. It doesn't have to be expensive. Just something that works. I use Hamilton Beach because it's kind of really reliable. And I've had it for a few years. And this is what I put in my smoothie. I put cashew milk, because it only has 25 calories, and it's got low carb. I'm still trying to, not eat many carbs. And here is my main ingredient, is celery, and I put, a good amount of that in it. I just cut it off and then put it into the blender. Of course, I wash it, so forth, because you want to be careful that, you're not getting germs and so forth. But this is what I normally use. I use berries because berries are the lowest carb fruit. And we were doing the low carb. My daughter's sugar went down, and, it was working for her. I don't know what her sugar is now, but I'm mostly interested in I also may use these. I like these a lot. They taste good. You can change it. You can change your smoothie. Now I pour them into these. These are bullet blender containers, and you can make 4 of these from a blender. Usually my daughter uses mostly kale in hers, and of course you could change your vegetables. I use celery because it's really easy, and sometimes I use kale because, again, it's easy. So you can make, 4 of these in the morning. And my husband is doing this now, and he has lost 10 pounds. The thing is that the first about 1 month, I didn't lose any weight. And I really wasn't doing this for losing weight. I mostly wanted to have good cholesterol and blood pressure. I would like my blood pressure to be 120 over 75. It's about like, now it's gone down, it's about 140 over 80 most of the time. But you have to take your blood pressure 3 times in a day to really, and keep doing that for about 3 weeks to really get an indication of really what your blood pressure is. And then my cholesterol had gone up a little on my last test. And so I decided that, partly I was going to do this for that reason. And I really didn't, think I'd lose weight because I didn't lose weight on the keto. I think maybe with the keto, I might have had too much dairy. And now I'm not doing, much dairy. I'm just trying to do mostly plant-based, but there's no reason, you can't. What I normally do is, I can eat this in the morning, and I just have a smoothie in the morning. I might have 2 if I'm really hungry. And then at lunch, I can have, a normal meal. I pretty much have a normal meal. I don't eat a whole bunch, but I eat a normal meal. Like, I will eat pasta, and I can give you my pasta recipe. I did write a book, so you can look for sammygrammy.com, and I have some books, and I did put this in a book, so if you want, you can go there and look at it. And it's for lunch, like I'll make something like a whole bunch of pasta, because my husband also loves it, so I make a whole container of the sauce that's really, really big. And first I saute peppers and onions in one pan, and I use, either some olive oil or some butter in there. And then in the other pan, I will saute the beef, about a pound of beef. And then after they're done, and they're sauteed, then I put the beef into the vegetables, and then I add some tomato sauce, and I add some diced tomatoes, quite a few diced tomatoes, probably 2 cups, and spices. You can add any of the spices you like. I add some garlic. Garlic's really good for you. And then I will probably have 12 servings when I'm done. So I put a lot in containers in the freezer and then save them for other days. But that's an example of what I eat for lunch, and it's good. You could bring it to work. The reason I use these smoothie containers is because they come from the bullet blender, and I will use the bullet blender if I go somewhere, because you can put a cover on them and you could save 4 at a time, and that's pretty inexpensive. You could do everything with a bullet blender, but you'd have to make one at a time, really. So I fill 4, and then my husband uses 1, and he has lost weight too, so he's trying more now. Now I have been using also an exercise bike, and I only use it, it's a recumbent bike. I only use it 5 minutes a day, and then I use a glider about 5 minutes a day. I have some problems, so I can't really jog, but my husband tries to jog, and he's really improving a lot now, because his blood pressure was pretty high, and now it's getting to a good level. And also, the other strange thing is I've never had fingernails, and I really never have been able to lose weight in the past, so I'm really surprised about, the first month I didn't lose anything. I really didn't expect to, and I hadn't weighed myself, and my daughter said to me, "You look like you've lost weight." So I went and weighed myself, and I was 15 pounds less, and I couldn't believe it. And then you know, on the second month, I just kept doing this, and I just have it for breakfast, but I have a fairly big lunch, and for dinner, I really don't have much. I try not to. Sometimes I do, especially if I'm not at home. And dinner, I'll just have something like nuts, you know, a few nuts, and try not to eat too many nuts because I think they make you gain weight. But also stay away from salt for your health. But for dinner, you know, I do try to eat something that's not high calorie. I mean, even if I eat, like, if I'm really hungry, I'll eat a bowl of peas or something like that. You could probably eat anything low calorie and plant-based. But for lunch, I do eat meat sometimes. I mean, I don't eat a lot of it, but if you eat that pasta, really, you're only getting, you know, 1/12 of a pound of beef for each serving, so you're not eating a lot of beef. And I do stay away from dairy and cheese, and I love cheese, but there is some vegan cheese you can get, and I don't mind it. You know, I find it okay. But I haven't really missed the cheese too much. I'm really finding this diet really easy, which is awesome. I mean, and then after that second month, I just had lost 30 pounds. I mean, it was a little more than the second month, probably like 10 weeks. But I weighed myself again, and I really didn't do before and after pictures, and I should have, but I'm going to try to find some old pictures of me, but like I say, I've never really been able to lose weight consistently, and especially this month, much. Now, since that time, let's see, it's been about probably another 3 months, and that was going over the holidays too. I have lost another 10 pounds, which surprises me because I really didn't expect to. At this point, I feel like I'm at a little bit of a plateau, but I'm not sure yet. I'll have to wait probably another few weeks. But I'm happy because I am in my BMI. And I'm trying to be in my BMI weight. And my husband is trying to get to his BMI weight. He's trying to lose another 10 pounds himself. And so I would like to, I'm at the kind of the top of my BMI. I think it's 24. And I'd like to be down to maybe 22. So I'd like to lose another 10 pounds. Just because, you know, of my health and my age. I want to stay healthy at my age and eat well. You know, so especially for mobility, and try to do my exercise 2 or 3 times a day if I can, just 5 minutes, you know, 2 or 3 times a day, because you know, that's the exercise I feel is really important for mobility, and as you're getting older you really need that, and your strength. And then I sometimes do, I don't do it all the time. I take apple cider vinegar, maybe a teaspoon of it after I eat, not before you eat, because I think it could upset your stomach. But I don't take much, just a little bit, and it's supposed to be good for your health and good for your diet. And then I do take some other herbs for different things. And I don't think they have anything to do with the weight loss. It's just that I was really surprised by this, and also that it really was easy. I was really, you know, really surprised this was so easy. But again, it's just because if you can make 4 of them, you can keep them in the refrigerator, and they're so easy to use. Okay, well, thanks. I hope this helps you, and I'll probably post other videos. I'm just so surprised, and I hope it helps other people because it's so easy. Okay, thanks. Bye-bye.